Hi, Julie.
Hi, Michael.
Thanks for coming to MK Cypher.
The pleasure is mine.
It's been a long time. We've been planning this for how long?
Like 4 years?
4 years. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
I see you on Instagram, Facebook.
Yep. That's me.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Now I can see it.
Yeah.
You see what you talk about the dental, like cleaning people's teeth,
Yeah.
like giving them that smile.
Yeah.
I can see it in you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done some whitening and I am the brand.
So, when did you decide like you have to go back to Uganda and do this?
Uh, I've always been thinking about that because I've always felt the best for Uganda. I've always thought we deserve better than what we get. So when I got a chance to come to England and experience a whole new different world, when I talk about different world, it's the time when I was given a chance to stand in a dental clinic and I was told the things I'm doing, they were last done in England 1998.
98.
Exactly. So I felt so
That's like a
bad.
minute.
I know. Yeah. I felt so bad and I was like, I have to take back this home. How can I make it better? How can I show the modern way of dentistry and all that back home? So all my life trying to know more about dentistry in England, I was trying to see what can I take it back? What can I take back home? And that's why
That's
I made the move.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're
Yeah.
nailing it. You're doing a
Really?
great job.
Aw, thanks.
Listen, if you know how many people,
Yeah.
like sometimes they don't believe it's you. Or I
Really?
know someone who's like, yeah, there was a picture a while ago you put on Facebook,
Yeah.
and this guy had some them nasty dentals, and I was like, what? Can you even look at that?
Yeah.
But then I saw the end result.
Yeah.
So what was that moment when that guy walked in?
Yeah. You know, when he came in, he couldn't even talk. When he was talking to me, he was like covering his face. And he kept on saying, I've never smiled since I was a child because of different things. I don't have teeth. People have made fun of me. And he really had that low self esteem. And imagine he's a radio presenter.
A radio presenter.
Yeah. People love him on radio. They've never met him.
Wow.
So every time people want to meet him, he kind of makes an excuse because he thinks people are going to find someone
But
different.
did he have a girlfriend?
No, he has never even approached any girl.
He's a virgin.
Yes, he
Oh
doesn't.
God. So which means
Yeah.
you made his life better. So you make people's life better.
I hope so. That's my goal. That's all
No,
I want.
because first of all, when I watched that clip,
Yeah.
most of it was pictures. I saw the
Yeah.
pictures,
Yeah.
and I saw him smile,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this guy, all the girls would be. But and now you're even killing it. Now you're saying he's a radio presenter. Now he's gonna be presenting more.
He does.
He want someone with a camera to be in his face.
He's moved to TV now.
He's moved to TV. Wow, now see that.
That was stopping him from moving to TV over time. They used to tell him, you're good, but the picture we want for the TV and the picture. So when I met him, remember the video, I told him, you know what? I can only promise 50% of a better smile, but if you get 100, I'm happy.
But what about that girl?
Which is the lawyer. Oh my gosh.
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. She has never stood in court because of her teeth. So all she used to do was the background work, like do other like paperwork, be in the office, hide. So and she was going for her wedding. So I used to do a lot of videos on Facebook telling people about how you can make your teeth better, showing pictures of people I'd worked on in England before and after. So when the husband knew I was in town, he looked for me and he's like, I just want you to just improve it a little bit.
But you did even you pimp them grills. That was amazing. That was amazing. But still, I'm still confused. Like most of the people when they come to England,
Yeah.
like they get that attachment that and they can never go back to Uganda to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because of the shillings versus the pound.
The pounds. Yeah.
And they think that they will be underpaid.
But Michael, hold on. Do you know every time you do something and it's controlled by money and you're thinking of how to make yourself better, you end up doing it for the wrong reasons?
I do get that.
Yeah. So my aim is if I can make someone smile a day, even if it's one person,
Do it for love.
my day is fulfilled.
You do it for love.
Yeah, just for love.
And that's an amazing thing because
Yeah.
but still you do it for love,
Yeah.
but still you have to sustain yourself.
Yeah, you find a way. You
Find
do.
a way.
You don't have to have too much though. You just have a little bit to keep you going with your family,
Yeah.
the basics. And if you're good at what you do and you love it, you'll get more. Shockingly, things come to you. I have never, in Uganda, I have never done any marketing, or I have never given myself a name like, oh, I'm the best dentist in the world or anything like that. But the kind of joy I get when someone says to me on the streets, she's the best dentist, I'm like, oh my God, it's not, I can't even compare it to the salary I was getting in England. Yeah, I feel fulfilled. I feel I have a purpose in life.
You have a purpose.
Oh, really?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because
Thanks.
what you're doing is amazing. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
First of all, the motivation, like the advice you give to people,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Thanks.
Not even you being in your dental office. What's it called? Is it a clinic?
I named mine a dental spa because I don't want that kind of fear, clinic, hospital, whatever. A spa, someone feels like they're going to chill. And shockingly, I play music at the clinic. When I'm working, I always ask the patients, I like music. Which kind of music do you like? They're like, go for it, whatever you like. So you know.
So they can't, when the moment they walk in, they see that you have tests.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I always hope for that though.
But
Yeah.
we do support you,
Thanks.
and we do appreciate what you're doing in the event.
Thanks.
Huh? We just here watching you. But you're doing a great job, and
Thanks.
keep doing what you're doing. But everything you do, sometimes there are some downside
Yeah.
on everything you do
Yeah.
for you to prosper.
Yeah.
So what are the most stuff like you find difficulties or the obstacles that you face?
Yeah. There's so many. Like any other human being, I have problems with relationships. I have problems with managing my own self, like
No,
knowing.
stop there,
I do.
Stop there. No, come on.
I do.
No,
I'm not perfect, though.
no,
I am not.
no way.
I am not. I have problems with like.
Relationship.
Yeah, I do. I do have problems with
So when
relationships.
was the last time you had a bit?
A bit. Me? God, that is so. Let me see.
You can't even remember that.
I can't because I don't have
It's a
it.
long time.
I don't.
Okay, but go on.
Oh, Michael. Oh, my God. I can't believe you're putting me on the spot. But anyway, let me tell you something. You might see me walking and you may think I'm perfect. You may think she's got it. She's gone to England. She's worked, but I worked at Harley Street. You know about that?
Yeah.
So you might think she's worked on celebrities. She's all that. But let me tell you, I'm as normal as any other dentist walking on Ugandan roads. That's how I feel inside. I just feel like I've had a pleasure to do better things. That's why when you look at my motivational speaking, I'm speaking to myself first.
Yep.
I am telling myself, Julie, you can do this. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning and stand in the mirror and I'm like, you can do it. Take
So
each day.
what are the things that really motivate you? Because now, before you answer that, we need more of the obstacles.
Yeah,
Because you touched it a little bit.
yeah,
And I kind of went on to you like, oh, really, relationship, like, when was that time you had a beat? See, I interrupted a little bit, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But now, the obstacles, because we want to know, like, what kind of obstacles you
Do I
find,
face?
do you face?
Mainly, in the beginning, it was more finances. Because you have to know how to manage. You have been earning a good salary in England. In England, as a dentist or as a dental hygienist or therapist, because if you're a dentist, you can do all that in England, then there is a kind of salary you earn. It's usually above £30 per hour. That is a good salary in England. So if you're used to that kind of money coming in, meaning you're going to help more people in Uganda, I had a charity, so I could even put money there. I could help relatives. I could do things to develop myself personally. But now you move away from that salary and you have to depend on the little you saved and depend on a few friends you have. Now that is where trouble comes in. Now that's where you have to pick up your financial management clothes and you're like, you know what, I can do this. So that's the time I feel like, there is a time I even feel like selling my house
Wow.
just to make sure I provide this service, because I was pitching to everyone. I'm like, do you know you can have a clinic that doesn't look like a clinic? And people are like, you're bluffing. A clinic has to be a clinic. What are you talking about? So I'm telling them about Harley Street, patients come in, you give them earphones.
Yeah.
To
If
listen.
you do that in Uganda,
Yeah. I was weird.
like they saw you.
Everyone found me so weird.
You're
I
special.
wear makeup.
You're special.
As a doctor in Uganda, you're expected to be natural and
Okay.
you just be like really like an ideal dentist. You're supposed to be like, I don't know how to say it.
Is it like a kind of stereotype or something?
Something like that. The kind of hair you wear, the way you talk. I'm a camera person, so I would go on Facebook and talk about, I want all of you go for nice teeth, go check out your dentist. And everyone is like, is she a dentist or she's like a media person? I'm like, no. She's a dentist, she's weird. And I liked the weirdness because, there is I love to listen to motivational speakers.
Yeah.
So there is a motivational speaker who said, find the weirdness in you and use that weirdness to achieve yourself and make yourself a better person. So for myself, I was like, I'm weird as a dentist. I think I'll find weird patients coming to me. Michael, I got many weird patients walking in my clinic and they would find it is their type. Maybe that wasn't provided for them. In Uganda, they call them slay queens and slay kings.
Like, what?
Because of the way they act.
Okay.
Like you have, maybe some of them have blonde hair, they're black.
I think in Uganda, like people look at morals. Like
Exactly.
whoever does something different has the immorals. Or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they find it weird. But
Yeah.
I think it's misleading and misinformed people, like, because people have that stereotype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't let you be who you want to be or who you are. But now they're getting it. Because I might be the weird dentist. But when I came out as a weird dentist, there are so many weird dentists that were covered in shields. Like they all came out.
The faggot.
I know.
Nice.
And the time came, eyes went off me, and they were on a group of weird dentists.
Wow.
So more dentists were making videos about dentistry, making people love dentistry, and that's what I wanted. Because when I was in England, people take dentistry like normal. People know in 6 months, I have to visit the dentist, and it's normal. It's not a phobia. In Uganda, even you just introduce yourself, you're like, oh, I'm a dentist. Oh, the last time I had a dental appointment, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah, mess
God.
up my teeth,
I hate
so
that
have
kind
different grills and
of,
that.
see?
But then here you come,
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
from England,
yeah,
and decide to go to Uganda.
yeah.
The salary, the pound versus the shilling. The shilling is shit.
It
It's not
is,
shit, sorry.
it's so low.
It's so low.
It's low compared
Yeah.
to the pound,
But,
really low.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, that transition, the obstacles,
Yeah,
the achievements,
yeah.
you coming up on top.
Am I on top?
I think so.
Oh my God.
according to what I see
Yeah,
and the proof that is there
yeah,
for now,
yeah,
I think it works.
yeah.
Because I've not seen any dentists in Uganda like try to do what you're doing.
Like try to promote dentistry awareness,
Most
create
or
awareness.
maybe awareness, but most of them like exploit the poor.
Oh yeah,
They just take.
yeah.
Like let's say filling all the fillers or
Filling a
or
tooth, yeah.
yeah. What do you how do you call it?
Like tooth restoration, like filling,
Yeah, filling.
a
Yeah,
tooth filling, yeah.
like they put some stuff that don't even stay.
No, no.
Stay there for
Well, Michael, let me tell you the problem with that is because in Uganda, especially where I come from, Uganda, the problem is we're not updated on the new things that are happening. So when I was in England, it was compulsory to have a CPD, like continuous professional training, after 2 months. There's some things you have to know.
Really?
And when I was working in Harley Street, it's even different because anything modern coming out, you're the first people to know because you're the cream. So, and in Uganda, we're far from the people who are doing all this research, and most people they don't go so much on internet to find out of these
No,
things.
people don't really use internet.
Internet, and
Yeah, and that makes people go backwards a lot.
and they don't know. So you can find here in UK, it's very hard to find a dentist doing amalgam. That is the black filling. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's like even banned because of its side effects.
What does it have a different chemical in there? Or what?
It's a metal. It's mercury and it's an alloy. So it has a
okay.
metal and some of them, two metals bind together in your mouth. And there is mercury. Mercury is very dangerous. But because back home, it's something that lasts long. That is the old dentistry we used to. So we cannot easily stop dentists from putting it in people's mouths unless they have been exposed, they've been taught, like this is the better way to do things.
But that's dangerous.
I know it is dangerous, but that's why we need more CPDs, like more training, continuous training for them. If we get like dentists coming in to England or to Europe and get to see what is done here or learn what is done here and they go back, they'll give better care and they'll give different services. Because then you would have seen, you're like, I think I like that.
But what do you think of, okay, all these people can travel, right?
Yeah.
They have money to travel.
Yeah.
But there is some restrictions.
Yeah.
When someone is coming from England,
Yeah.
they will just go to Uganda and get a visa at the airport.
Yeah.
But someone in Uganda, they
Yeah.
cannot just come to England
Together.
and come to Heathrow
Yeah.
or Gatwick
Yeah.
or Stansted or Luton
Yeah.
and just get a visa there and then come in. It's not possible.
How about the few? So not every dentist won't get the opportunity to cross over. What about the few of us who have crossed over, take that knowledge back
And teach.
and teach? That's why I left.
But are they like the older generations who've been like doing dentistry for a long time? Do they really? Because I know like some old, like in Africa, like in most African countries or the whole of Africa, like there is this hierarchy thing.
Of
Like
course.
when you're a certain age,
You're older, you're more learned, more experienced.
the
wisdom and all that, you can't reply.
I think it's silly.
That's why I knew as Julie, I'm short, I'm young, I'm small, and I'm fancy. I like my hair, I like that. No one will listen to me. So you know what I did? I realized social media. I am on social media talking about better dentistry, encouraging patients to go. I'm telling them what service to expect. So when a patient walks into your clinic and they know that in case I have a hole in my tooth, these are the options I have, and they give you the options, how are you going to refuse to give them the treatment? You won't. But if a patient walks, if you can't listen to Julie, even don't know who Julie is, but every patient coming into your clinic is informed, they're asking you, can I use Sensodyne or can I use Colgate? You're like, You're like, what's the difference? Sensodyne is for sensitivity and Colgate may be my normal toothpaste. How did you know this? Oh, there is this doctor who is ever yapping on Facebook. You see, it comes out negative for me, but then I've made an impact. And this dentist might pick a leaf. Might be like, I can't look up for this girl. So they'll read about me. That's the only way I knew I would penetrate into the Ugandan dentistry and help the patients. Not like help them, tell them your dentist is bad, but know your right. When you go to your dentist, demand for your right. Even the dentists, you put them on toes. When they realize, oh, the before and after of Julie was this and this. How did she do it different? Then you receive a call. How did you? I'm like, okay, then I'm willing to explain to you on the phone. I can spend hours explaining to you because I know you're going to give that service to someone else. And my reason for leaving England is sorted and I'm happy.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
And you're helping out people.
I try.
You try.
Yeah.
I don't think you're trying, you're doing it. So, like you talked about your charity.
Yeah.
What are you really doing to help out? Are you helping out kids, adults, or who exactly are you helping? And why is the charity about?
The charity is Reach the Children, Uganda. So I more fetch out children in schools who are good performers, who perform so well, but then their parents can't afford the education. So when I was in England, it was easier for me to pay their school fees and everything because I could be earning. So I knew if I earn this kind of money, this money goes to these children who are like me, whereby you try, you read so hard, and you perform so well. But sometimes you miss classes because you're told to go back home to bring school fees and your parents don't have it. So you will stay until the school thinks, oh, we need her for the grades. Then they'll call your mom and tell her, you know what, just bring her in. So during holidays, those are the children who sometimes stay in school to do housework. Like you can slash the school, you can mop dormitories.
So you're helping her. Like here, it's like doing work experience. But it's like they're doing work experience, but they're paying for their own
School
tuition.
fees, yeah, that's it. And sometimes they don't get a chance, those kids don't get a chance to study as the others would have. And they would have been better students if they concentrated on books and had less time to do chores to pay for their school fees. So I would pay the school fees, and then I would make them promise me that they are not going to disappoint me. And I would tell them, you know what? Someone sacrificed for me the way I'm trying.
The way you sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm trying. So I'm trying. You try and make me feel like I'm doing the right thing for you. And I would always tell them, I was exactly like you. And you know what? You could be better than me. Because they say like, oh, your English. I'm like, my English is nothing. You should see, I've seen when I just moved to England. They're like, oh my God, you're dressing. I'm like, no, those are clothes from England. But you can have them if you just concentrate on your education. Better yourself. Be different from the rest.
But, talk about the education of Uganda.
Yeah.
Is it working the way it's supposed to? Because someone was saying that the education system in Uganda expired like 50 years ago.
Yeah. Michael, if you're not in Uganda, sometimes you may not understand why they do things the way they do them. The kind of life we have in Uganda, it's not that you're going to change a child. You're changing their education, you're changing the entire family. In Uganda, we are being raised by parents where their mindset is, you don't go to school, you are a failure. Because that's how they've been all their lives. So the education system is made in a way of you have to cram, study, read, pass, then you'll be a better person. But in reality, that is different.
It's different, definitely. Because
it's different.
There are some slow learners.
Yeah.
The fast learners.
Yeah.
Just like fast readers.
Yeah.
Slow readers.
Yeah.
Some people learn by watching.
Yeah.
Or by seeing.
Yeah.
And some people learn by reading.
Yeah.
So do kids in Uganda read more than practicals? Or how is the system like reading?
The system in Uganda is different. as I would say, as a person who came from that system and I benefited from that, I'll give you my side. You can cram, you can understand, and you can experience. Like you can, if someone told you, do it this way, because you've crammed how it's supposed to be done, it's easy for you to do it. So when I came here and I was told, oh, the system you have, we've banned the system like in 1998, I felt so bad.
98.
Yes.
I think it's 50 years expired. Like it's over expired and expired.
It is, but let me tell you the good thing about it. When they brought for me, like when they give me a clinic in England, whereby I have a nurse to assist me, whereby I have someone taking my notes, and all I am going to do is talk to the patient. Trust me, you're going to get the best dentist out of me.
Definitely.
Because in Uganda, I am the one writing my notes. I am the nurse. I am the cleaner. I am the one dispensing the medication.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
That time when you post pictures when you're painting your own clinic live, that was mad. Huh?
Yeah, it was.
There you could have given someone money to paint for you, but because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Most of the women in this country, in
Yeah.
England,
Yeah.
they do the painting.
Yeah.
The houses.
Yeah.
Then I didn't find it strange, but I was like in my head, like, okay, in Uganda they're gonna find it weird.
Everyone thought I was weird because I could have hired painters to paint the clinic. But then I thought, I was like, will they do it the way I want it? No. So I went to the shop, I bought the paint, I called up people to assist me. I didn't employ them to work, to assist me. So I would mix and be like, use this, put it up there. And then I would be like, you should be seated as you're doing this work. Couldn't you employ us, like to tell you what is good? I told them, no. I know what I've seen in England is exactly what I'm bringing down here. And I'll do it. It's because this country England makes you feel like it's you. If you can't do it for yourself, then nobody's going to do it for you.
And what's the name of that? DIY.
Yeah, DIY. Have you seen my stool in the clinic?
Yeah.
The stool, the fluffy one?
Yeah. How comfortable is that?
I made it myself.
You made it yourself.
I
You
went-
designed it.
I went to the metal. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this stool look nice in my clinic. Then I looked around in Uganda, I couldn't find it. Then I was like, how do I make it my own? So I go to the welding, the people who do metal.
Yeah.
I showed them, like, can you make me a stand like this? Then they're like, yeah, that would be hard. Then I was like, no, it's not hard. Get that, bend it. And we did it, and the stool came out.
You see.
Exactly. Then after we did it, so they're like, but it doesn't have the fluffy thing you said. I was like, hold up. I went downtown in Uganda, bought a fluffy jacket. You know those winter coats, the fluffy ones?
Yeah.
Bought a tray, like a serving tray,
Yeah.
folded it, put glue around it, put it, and I've had myself a very nice Instagram stool. Like everyone comes like, where did you get this? I'm like, made by me. Because of England now.
You should open up a company and you like.
I thought you said I was a good dentist. Can I stick there?
No, but still the things you have in your clinic, like,
Yeah.
and if you did them yourself,
Yeah.
from painting,
Yeah.
to designing the seats,
Yeah.
now designing people's teeth,
Yeah.
hmm?
Yeah.
What more can you tell that kind of person? Like England shaped you,
Yeah, it made me realize who I am.
but
Yeah.
Uganda made you.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
the strength,
Yeah.
the
Resilience.
the resilience.
Nothing can come and you're like, you're like, I can manage. Oh, can I tell you a story? When I was in Uganda, I told you I was struggling financially.
Yeah.
It reached a time whereby I was investing in the clinic, but was nothing coming in my side.
Wow.
So I looked at my account for where I was getting the money, and I was in negatives. I had a son to take care of. I have a clinic that I need to keep running, and I had to keep having a normal lifestyle like someone who is from England. Do you know what I did?
Tell me.
I mean, do you want to tell you?
Go ahead. We want to know.
I offered someone to help them arrange their wardrobe. so they can pay me. This person has money, but every time I enter the wardrobe, I was like, I could tweak that, I could tweak that, I could tweak that. And she always said, it's expensive to change a wardrobe. I hate it. You attach and throw it in. So you know what I did? I went to her room. I remembered in England, you know what we do with these things of hangers?
Yeah.
In Uganda, we put hangers and stash them all together.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you put a hanger on top, and a hanger on top, and a hanger on top. So you have that, and you have more space. Exactly. Then I got,
A hanger in a hanger.
in a hanger, and in a hanger, and a hanger. Then I got, toilet paper rolls.
Yeah.
So if you get the toilet paper rolls when the tissue is off,
Okay, yeah, the paper.
the paper,
Yeah.
join them together with glue, put them in a box, fold underwears, and put inside each roll and stash it in. Then I was like, now she wanted a rail where she could hang belts and stuff. Now I was like, cool. You know the rails that hold curtains?
You've been watching so much YouTube.
No, because that is England.
Yeah.
You have to know, how can I help myself? Because hiring someone to come here and maybe looking for wardrobe you want and going to someone who makes it a carpenter, I want this kind of wardrobe, is hard.
And they really don't understand exactly how you feel
Exactly.
or the connection you have on the item that you try
To purchase, they'll give you what they have. So you have to make it to your own liking. Whereas in Uganda, there are carpenters seated there waiting for you to give them ideas to make exactly what you want, and very cheap.
very cheap.
Very cheap. When I say cheap, I mean very cheap. So when I do things and then they'll come into the house and they're like, where do you buy this? Like, no, we just made it. They're like, okay, how did you make this?
You're changing people's lives.
Yeah, because I had to find a way to survive in Uganda.
Wow.
I had to, there is a time reached and I'm
And
like,
you had a chance to come back to England and come back to a job.
the
where you
luxury.
can-
I had a lot. I have the chance to. If I'm smart, I have the chance to come back. But then you're like, if I leave, I am going to be again that person who is comfortable with whatever you're getting, like having a routine.
I hate comfort.
And I don't like it.
I like to be on my toes all the
Being
time.
pushed. That
I like
drives
to be
me.
on my toes.
That drives me. That adrenaline drives me.
You spoke about your son.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
Jabali.
looking good. He's growing.
Thanks.
I didn't even know that you had a son until I saw the pictures, and he's a lovely boy.
Yeah, thanks.
He's glowing now.
Yeah,
You're looking after, but thanks
I'm
for being there for
trying.
your son.
I'm
That's an
trying.
amazing journey.
Thanks.
Like you're giving him a good life.
Thanks. I'm trying. I couldn't find a way of fitting him in England, bringing him, because you know how it is to bring someone in England, the
Yeah.
process and everything. So I thought if I could give him a
But
better life.
I think maybe you should even wait till it grows up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't give you like you know even worried.
Yeah.
Like I have to go to work and I have to
To
come
leave
back.
him
Like
alone.
childcare is so expensive.
Oh, it is very expensive. It is. In Uganda, it's very easy.
He's a
You have a
lovely boy.
child, it's a family's child.
He's a lovely boy.
Oh, thanks. 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 Though I was called at school that he is the lawyer of the class.
Wow.
So if a teacher says, you done wrong, my son stands up and explains. She didn't do wrong. She was just, I'm like, no, son. No, you're not the lawyer in this class.
You give her that English rubbish that they get at, you have to defend yourself.
I know. And I don't know, England.
Know your rights.
No, you're right.
But it's not all the time that people know their rights in England because people get abused for no reason.
Yeah. But it's easy to get informed in England than in Uganda.
Yeah.
In Uganda, it's very hard for when you stand out for yourself, you're being disrespectful.
Yeah, like I say, the hierarchy thing.
Exactly.
I'm older, you're young.
You're young.
You shouldn't say nothing.
Nothing.
It's bullshit.
No. In Uganda, you know the saying? An older person doesn't make mistakes.
But they make more mistakes.
Of course we do.
Like the younger generation, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like what the kind of things they do.
Yeah.
Though they have so much facilities to
Yeah.
facilitate them
Yeah.
in Uganda,
Yeah.
but you have to find a way.
Survive.
But yeah, I even hate that word surviving
Yeah.
because entrepreneurship is Uganda.
Yeah, it is.
Because the moment you grow up a little bit,
Yeah.
you start thinking, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
They don't even realize that they're doing it.
Yeah.
They motivate themselves to do business,
Yeah.
but then they don't even. I remember when I was a child, I was really young, and I was repairing them tiny radios,
Yeah.
and then just tap things, and then come
It
up.
works. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was amazing.
It was.
I
Yeah.
was fixing, and then that's what I did. I did
Yeah.
mechanical engineering, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no one can lie to me about cars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's something you've had a passion when you're
Yeah.
younger. And you know that rule whereby your parent takes you to their workplace so you can feel what they go through so you don't take advantage of your school? Did your parent do that to you?
I didn't have that privilege. 'Cause
Yeah.
my parents passed away when I was
Oh,
really young.
sorry.
Yeah. So, but like you said, if you have a child in Uganda,
Mm.
everyone's responsibility.
So for us,
So
that's the
when
thing.
someone raises you in Uganda,
Yeah.
you feel like like the way we say, like, your mom's sister.
Yeah.
Will be your mom.
She's your mom. Yeah,
and
she's your mom.
Your dad's brother, which is an uncle in England. He'll
Is
be like
your
dad.
father.
Is your father.
Yeah.
Because you come from the same bloodline.
Yeah.
So they'll be
Yeah.
he's my dad.
Yeah. And he'll feel offended if you introduced him as an uncle.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll be like, Dash, do I come out like an uncle to her?
Yeah.
So you're like, okay.
They
Sorry.
get offended by everything. It's mad. But you just have to understand the culture.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
You have to be respected. Like that's why most of the Ugandan people, when they disrespected in England, most of the time when someone is older, they don't say anything.
Yeah.
But I think things will change.
Hopefully.
And Ugandan people, like, I'm different.
Yeah.
Some people don't even think I come from Uganda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, until I say it.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, until I say it. Mm. A few Ugandan people that know me,
Yeah.
even for them, they're like,
You don't want to
you're
Uganda.
like Jamaican. Because first of all, I don't care.
Yeah.
I live my own life. I have my my own way of living,
And that's perfect.
and I have to live my life according to the way
Your
I think.
own way, like your own
That's-
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you're doing well.
Thanks.
But
Thanks.
still, I wanna know more. Like,
What do you want to know? And I'm all yours. I'll tell you. We have a thinking when we're in England that many people have a feeling that people in Uganda don't have money. People in Uganda take long to learn. They don't learn from anything. They don't know anything, or they're not. I don't know. They're not stylish. They're not what. When I was in Uganda, that taught me a lot, though. People in Uganda are yearning for a better life. They will watch Kylie Jenner and do what Kylie Jenner does more than people in England. People know football in Uganda more than many of us here.
thanks for coming to MK Cypher Studios.
Oh, my pleasure.